seen that option go on there. There you go. Now it's on.
Hey people, what's going on? This is Kartel, your host of One Eve Live, and we are going to start off this show with somewhat of an apology. I got a little bit of feedback from people that actually thought that I was, on my previous episode, bad talking us as Black Americans, and that is not what I was doing. I'm a proud Black man. Went to HBCU, Grambling. What's up, the Gram? And I truly love our sisters. I love our brothers, love everything. However, I personally choose to not date the sisters. And honestly, anybody in the United States, not just the sisters, but anybody in the U.S. And I advocate for that. That's not what this show is about. But I did want to put that out there. So we're going to start off today's show. I told the people that we were going to actually show pictures of the person that actually used to wash my feet. We are going to do that. However, let me turn this volume down. I am my own producer today, so if I'm a little slow today, I'm sorry. So we're going to start off today's show, though, with a little bit of hypocrisy. We talked on the last show about a pastor, Mr. Devon Franklin, Megan Good's ex-husband. And we talked about the hypocrisy of a lot of different things, but I actually want to concentrate on this gentleman. So we're going to start off today's show with this guy. Let me fade this in. So, beautiful woman. She's Brazilian beautiful. She's like foreign beautiful. So why would somebody like a jackass, and I'm not going to try to curse. I try not to curse at home, so jackass really isn't a curse word. So hey, but I want to start off with something that we actually talked about last time. So let's go. He wrote a book called The Wait, and The Wait basically says, quote, "The Wait is filled with candid his and her accounts of the most important moments of their relationship and practical advice on how waiting for everything from dating to sex can transform relationships, allowing you to find a deep connection based on patience, trust, and faith." What a pile of malarkey. So I did some research. This gentleman wrote 26 books. He has sold 20 million copies. So if that book cost $19.95, Mr. Franklin, you owe 20 million people $19.95. So let's go to the next part. Mr. Franklin, this is him. Oh, I just really want to pause. Hold on, let me see if I can pause this right here. Hold on one second. All right, let's go back to that. Fade into that, and where are you, Mr. Franklin? There you go. Where are you? There you go. Don't hide from me, Mr. Franklin. Mr. Franklin looks very, very sad on this picture. As one of my friends got his heart broke years past, and I remember I saw somebody in the streets, and she was like, your boy got broke up with his girl. I was like, yeah. He's like, your boy got a hole in his heart. This man looks beyond having a hole in his heart. So let's go to the next picture. This is a confident man. This is a man that looks like he has it all. He has Megan. She's Brazilian beautiful, right? He looks like he has it all. So let's go to the next one. Hold on, where are you at? So, hold on, whoa. Let's go back. This is a man that looks like he's tapping that ass. Not tapping that ass. Tapping that ass. Not tapping that ass. Hold on, and I just gotta go back. Look, hold on, I got a close up on him. Hold on, where are you at, Mr. Franklin? Don't hide from me, Mr. Franklin. Hello? There you go. This is a man that just looks like he just reeks of confidence, right? He just reeks of confidence. And this is a man that's not tapping that ass. I'm sorry. And I try not to just make fun of people's pain, but I mean, it is what it is. So let's.
He's at peace right now.
He's at peace.
In his pain.
Oh, okay. So, hold on. Where is that saying? Where is this?
He's on his Jimmy Swagger.
So, this is something he wrote. Let me go. Where am I at? There I go. So here I am. So this is something he wrote about that picture. I took this picture a few months ago. I'm not much of a crier, so in a moment of deep pain and peace, I took this picture. It captures best how I feel. What a jackass. Look, that's a picture. Somebody's not tapping that ass. He's not sad. He's destroyed. And that statement, him saying, quote, I'm not much of a crier, but in a moment of deep pain and peace, how the hell can you be in deep pain and still be at peace? I had to look up the definition of being at peace. And the definition of someone at peace is, quote, free from anxiety or distress, in a state of friendliness. Does that brother look like he's free of anxiety or distress? Look, hold it. I gotta go back to the picture of him not tapping that ass. He is not tapping that ass. Oh my God. I mean, I try not to laugh at people's pain. And, but it's not even about the brother cheating. Because, people do what they do. Brothers cheat. But this man, and I'm not condoning cheating. No, sister, don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning cheating. But what I'm saying is it happens. But I am stressing this because of the hypocrisy. This man he is a pastor at a church, and he is basically preaching, and he's trying to tell people how they should live. That is being a hypocrite, Mr. Franklin. That is being a hypocrite. And this is why I'm making fun of you, of your pain. Look at him. He's not tapping that ass. Okay, so I have a couple of a video that Mr. Franklin did. Let me go to the video.
Okay, now that was cool for me. But you know how we do it. I didn't wake you up this morning. I didn't start you on your way. Why don't you give praise where praise is really due? Come on now. Praise him like you know him. Praise him like you love him. Praise him like you appreciate him. Let your praise be an indication of how much he's done for you. Come on. You've been holding it in all week. Your boss has been stressing you out. Your co-worker's been stressing you out. But now is the time you can praise your way through your stress. Come on. Why is this so important? Because when we come in the house of God, we have to change the atmosphere. What does that mean? What happens is that out there, we're stressed out. Come on, can I get an amen? Hallelujah, somebody? But the problem is,
this man is stressed out now, people. And maybe he just didn't praise him enough, because now he ain't tapping that ass. So I got another clip. I just got one more clip. Hold on. Let's go to the clip.
in this service alone. Oh yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be truthful, you gotta be truthful, amen? Right? Because see, here's what happens. It's not that God is not speaking. He talks all the time. But so often we cannot hear what God is saying because we're too distracted. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but sometimes we gotta put the phone down. Reception on this device, then do we have reception on this device, our heart? AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, you can take my service, but I got to make sure my connection with the throne stays strong. And I can't let nothing disrupt my connection. But truth be told, God is speaking all the time. But he doesn't always speak in a yell. Sometimes he talks in a whisper. Sometimes he's telling you, no, don't make that call. Don't return that text. Put in for the promotion. Did you hear it's time for you to find the new house? It's time for you to get therapy for your marriage. But sometimes we don't hear God because he's not yelling, but he's still speaking. And what happens is when the volume of other things in our life is louder than his voice, we wonder why we can't.
Yeah, Mr. Franklin. You maybe should have put that phone down and listen to your own damn advice. Because now you ain't tapping that ass. Okay, I've had my laugh for the day. But just one more time. Mr. Franklin, he is not tapping that ass. All right, so let's go on to the next part of the show. I'm sorry, I just had to have my laugh for the day. And I just hate hypocrisy. So that was my laugh for the day. I'm sorry. So on to the next topic. I told you guys that we were going to actually show my first interaction with a Brazilian, foreign. She was Brazilian, but my philosophy go foreign, and you have to see. So my story was, if you didn't see episode 1, my story was I was in Brazil. I was down there for a week or something. I just moved or whatever. I don't even know if I had just moved yet. I might not have moved yet, but I'm in the shower and this woman comes in, gorgeous woman. Let's go to the tape. Gorgeous woman comes into the shower, and in Brazil they don't have a lot of apartments. They don't have like bathtubs, just like box shower. So she comes in the shower, she gets on the knees, and I mean, you know what I thought she was gonna do because she's on her knees, but she grabbed like not a cloth, like a little spongy type of thing, and began to wash my feet. She was down there and she's scrubbing, and like, you know how your feet, the toes are closed, and she's opening up each individual toe and I called my best friend Al. I was like, yo, Al, she's fucking watching. Oh, excuse me, she's watching my feet. And this is something, and not just about her, but it's about foreign women. What they do is their goal is to, they believe in working and everything, don't get me wrong, but their goal is to make their man happy. And that is something that's obviously missing here in the United States. And from what I understand, I was actually talking about the sisters, because the majority of my experience, I said majority, not all, the majority of my experiences here in the U.S. have been with sisters. However, I I have, since I did this show and people have been reaching out to me and explaining to me that it's, and I had Joe, we actually have a show together on Tuesday. So I want you guys to like me, follow me, watch our show on Tuesday. I'll put it up on, which is tomorrow. Oh my God, I just thought about that. I'll put up tomorrow early what time the show's going to be. But anyway, I've been talking to a lot of people who've been expressing the fact that it's almost like every race that is like this. I don't know what America has become. I know a lot of foreign people, foreign women at least, I don't talk to foreign men about these type of subjects, but a lot of foreign women have told me that Americans are like cold. So I don't know if this coldness has gone more over to the woman's side, and they just don't treat us the way like they used to treat us. Because I mean, I remember I was brought up in a 2-parent home. My mom, God bless her soul, and my dad, they were married 49 years. And African Americans, beautiful, but they were always happy. And like, I have a friend who's in a relationship. I guess he's on year 13. And he is, well, a lot of friends, but this particular friend, he's just not happy at all. So, my goal is to teach something new. Go foreign. You have to go foreign, people, as far as the men. And maybe, hey, if the women, if you guys want to go and try to find a foreign man, some Pablo Escobar that's going to, hey, do your thing. But my job here is to preach to the brothers, go foreign. So you see that this one, and let me see if I can pause this. So there's a picture of her in her, like, showing her back. And let's see if I can pause this. Hold on. Let's see. There it is, but that's not the one. That's the one. So let's fade that in. So as you can see, you can't see my mouse, but if you go from top to bottom, that's a K, and that's an A, and that's an R, and that's a T, and that's an E, and that's an L. That spells Kartel, people. That's my name. This Brazilian, whatever you want to call her, she loved me that much to tap my back, my name on her back. But, I'm not trying to get too deep, at least on this show, about beauty. That's going to be another show. But it does help waking up to something and say, hey, that's actually kind of attractive to the eyes. You know what I'm saying? Not the Fiona. I talked about the Fionas on the last show. I mean, it's really good waking up to something that's kind of sweet to the eyes. So that was I'm going to tell a small story. So when we first got together, when we first got together, and she asked me to, I was just moving down there. Actually, I was already living down there for a minute, but she asked me to move in with her. So I was kind of hesitant, but I said, all right, fine. So I came back to the States, right? I don't know what I came back for, but I come back, I get off out of the taxi, I grab my bag. This little walkway. I live in Copacabana, and I lived a block away from the beach. So I'm rolling my little bag or whatever, and I'm walking up the little walkway. It's an apartment building, probably like 11 stories. We lived on the 5th floor, like brother man. So I'm walking up, and before I got to the entrance of the building, all I heard was bah! Somebody threw their damn cat out of the window. So I was like, I looked at the damn cat, and I was like, damn, somebody threw the cat out of the window. So I walk up, I go upstairs, lived on the 5th floor, and there's, the elevator and the whole nine. So I get in there, and she's asleep. Because I got in probably like 8, 9, so I probably got to the house around 10, or apartment around 10 o'clock. So I go in, and she's happy. She didn't know. I always used to surprise people, when I got home. So she gives me a little kiss or whatever. Excuse me, I'm drinking a little bourbon. I love this bourbon. Shout out to Dion. There you go. Anyway, she give him a little kiss and whatever, and we lay down. If she lays down, I lay down. I'm looking around. She had a little cat. The cat name was Pele. I said, "Where's Pele?" She said, "Oh, I threw that little motherfucker out the window." So I said, "Baby, you can't throw the cat out the window. What are you doing?" She started crying. "Oh my God, you're gonna leave me? You don't love me no more." I said, "I love you, baby, but we can't be throwing cats out of the window." So, one thing dealing with foreign women, especially Latin foreign women. Because, I advocate any foreign women, like you. I give you 3 people that have actually gone foreign. 3 that we all know about. The 2 GOATs have already gone foreign. Michael Jordan, his wife is Cuban. There's like a 16. I'll look this up. Let's see this. There's a 16-year age difference. Michael Jordan is married to Yvette Prieto. And I am fluent in Spanish, fluent in Portuguese and Spanish. Oh, well, I'm going to get into this later. But if you do go foreign, which you should do, please invest in learning the language of the country from which you're the person that you're going after speaks. I will explain more about that later, but please do that. So Michael Jordan, he's currently 58. His wife is 41. That's a 16-year difference. The other GOAT, Tom Brady, is married to Gisele Bündchen. He's 45, she's 41. Bündchen is actually not a normal Brazilian last name. She definitely has German heritage, and a lot of people that don't know about World War II, a lot of Germans after World War II, actually, because of the atrocities that they did, they went to Brazil because Brazil didn't have an extradition treaty with, the world. So a lot of people went to basically hide in Germany. And they had a huge German population pre World War II, but it actually exploded after World War II as well. And then you have Danny Glover. Danny Glover is currently 75. His current wife is 55. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, although that might be a 20-year difference, because they're both kind of older, it shouldn't matter. Well, in the United States, when he first met her, they met in 2003. So he was, at that time, 56, and she was 36. So people here in the U.S., we have this humongous thing when it comes to age. We think that, if it's not a 2, 3, 5 year difference, it's like gross. You know what I mean? And every other country outside, even European countries outside of the United States, it's not like that. In Brazil, I mean, I do not advocate for the story I'm about to tell you, but this is something that happened. So the last 2 years that I lived in Brazil, I actually taught English. I taught both in high school and in elementary school. So I had a coworker that did not teach at my school, but, we say we were co-workers because I lived in a small town for the last 2 years. So it was a co-worker. Ended up asking the parents of, I believe, one of his students to date. She was probably like 16 at the time. And I do not advocate for this. That's not what I'm saying. But he was probably, at the time, maybe 35, 36, 37, something like that. But the parents allowed it. They got married. They have been married for the last, 5 years, just had a kid. But I'm telling that story to say another story. It is normal for older men to date younger women. And not in just Brazil. You have it in Colombia. You have it in the Dominican Republic. You have it in Haiti. You have it in Asia. It is not... See, the problem with people is they only want to do what is normal, what they consider is normal. But we should not have to only deal with what we consider as normal. We need to get out of our comfort zone. I remember when I moved to Brazil, my mom did not like the idea. She hated it, as a matter of fact. However, my dad was based in Puerto Rico. He was in the Air Force, so he was based in Puerto Rico. After he got out of the service, he actually had planned on going to not to Puerto Rico, to live anywhere overseas. He thought about Puerto Rico, but maybe other places as well. However, he ended up meeting my mom, and story's history. They were married 49 years. However, when I told him that I was moving, and after I came back after 16 years, we discussed it. And he was like, he thought it was brave. He thought it was courageous. He thought that, and I told him, I said, you know what? We as society, Americans, humans, we don't ever get out of our comfort zone. And that was humongous, tremendous, me getting out of my comfort zone, because at the time when I first moved, I spoke zero Portuguese. I was trying to learn, but I still spoke zero Portuguese. But I had a plan. I said, look, I am going to learn. I'm gonna do this. This is what I want to do. And that's what I did, and that's why I kind of stress to you guys that actually that are going to listen to me, because all of you guys are going to listen to me. Go foreign. So if you're going to go foreign, please learn the language. But we need to get out of our comfort zone. It's not just a brave thing to do. Like, who's to say that that society's right is the actual right? I mean, for example. And I'm not going to get too deep into politics, but let's just talk about like the abortion issue. So you have pro-life, pro-choice. All right, let's talk about the pro-life. I am pro-choice. I am not pro-life. I'm pro-choice. So I'm not saying that I want babies to be murdered. What I'm saying is it is still the decision of the woman, in my opinion. So, and I gotta tell a story. Well, should I tell a story? Yeah, I'm gonna tell a story. I don't care. So, when my oldest daughter's mom got pregnant, I was at Gremlin. So I did transparency. I did suggest or ask her to get an abortion. Yes, I did. She refused. She didn't, I can't force her to get an abortion. I'm not about to hit her in the stomach. That's still her choice. I am pro-choice. I'm not pro-abortion. However, this crazy black woman crap that happens. And if you look at one of my brother's videos, my brother's video is one of the earliest videos. He talked about women when they break up with men, how bitter and disgusting they get. So what she did, she told my daughter that your dad wanted to kill you. And that, it shouldn't affect you, because, you're a kid, you should understand. But she's probably told her at an age that she did not understand. It's not as if she's a grown person and I said, hey, I want to get my gun and shoot you in the head because I don't like you. It's not like I didn't like you. She wasn't born. I was still in school. It was a choice that I would have preferred at that time. However, I'm glad that it didn't happen. However, that is something. But all right, so let's talk about the people that are pro-life. So the pro-life people will literally assassinate any type of doctor that works in an abortion clinic. Or these same people are not against, for capital punishment. But they say, the children are sacred. They can't, you're going to go to hell. Well, shit, you're going to go to hell just for killing that person that's on the deathbed, or that doctor that works at the abortion clinic. So, look, people, I am advocating for go foreign. It's so many reasons, and today I really want to just touch on the examples of people that have actually done it, proof that I've done it, and I've done it. I lived in Brazil for 16 years. I have been traveling overseas for the past 22 years, and I'm not talking about going to Jamaica on some sort of resort where you actually do not get the actual experience. I've been into the inner city in Santo Domingo or Santiago or Puerto Plata. All three of these cities are in Brazil. I'm sorry, Dominican Republic. I've actually lived in a favela. And for those of you guys that do not know what a favela is, look it up. Favela, favela. Favelas are what they it's translated in English as slums. That's actually not what it is. Although it's like the badder neighborhoods or the poor neighborhoods, but these houses that are basically built on mountain. Many of the houses are built with like sheet metal and stuff, but you have some really nice houses built in the favelas too. So people like look down on, and that's another thing. I actually hate it. It is a big pet peeve. So let's say we go on vacation. You know, let's hypothetical. This is a hypothetical situation. I'm married, my spouse, and her 250 pounds. She has a little. I'm sorry. I can't get away from the Fiona thing. But us as Americans, of whatever race, we go to these countries. We go in our like little big hats and mesh outfits, see-through outfits, like the summery stuff that they sell here in the States. We look like a freaking tourist. So then we get there. And what is the very first day? It's not so much the men that does this. I haven't seen this done a lot by the men as opposed to being done by the women. And it's something that really pisses me off. Although men actually kind of disrespect a lot of the natives too. But a lot of the women, they get there and they act as if these people in these different countries are like their subordinates. As if they are beneath them. And me living overseas, me seeing how beautiful, and I'm not talking about outer beauty. I'm talking about inner beauty. As well as outer beauty, as far as me seeing how hard they work, what they actually do to, gain the money that they do. To be mistreated the way they are, it is, and to me, it is insulting. And it shows that us as a people, as us as Americans, we are a conservative, spoiled, obnoxious bunch of people. And that's why a lot of people from different countries, including Europe, look down on us because of the fact that we as Americans tend to have this misconception that we are better than everyone else. And that shows it from every race, not just black, not just white, every single race. So it really pisses me off. Like I have a Mexican gardener, right? But let's just say, just for the sake of argument, people, and I've seen people do this. So you walk or you're driving down the street and you see somebody cutting the lawn. The majority of people automatically assume that person is from Mexico. You don't know that there's so many, there's more Latin speaking or Spanish speaking countries than there are American speaking countries. So it's insulting, it's ridiculous. So, but let's get back on point. So do not disrespect these people in these countries that you go to. And the men, do not go to these countries or treating these women as if you are a god. If you really, really, really want to get, and I know people go and do that thing, and you know what I mean by do your thing. But what I'm saying is, if you want to get a true girl, if you want to have a true relationship, you cannot be treating this girl as if, all right, I got everything, you don't have crap, so I can do whatever the heck I want. No, you treat them with the same respect that you would give somebody here. The only difference is it will be reciprocated. That's the difference. Because here in the States, it is not reciprocated. And you're going to hear this on the show when we do, that I'm going to do tomorrow. So, go foreign. Today is just an explanation of who has actually done it. But we are going to talk about the who. I guess we got into the who just now. The who, what, when, where, and why, and how. The how you guys are really, really going to be interested in. But this show is going to, and we're not just going to be talking about Go Foreign, because I'm going to be talking about different issues on all of my shows. Airbnb, I'm going to talk about it all. Because this is how I travel. Different incomes. This is how I travel. This is how I can actually do what I do. So, hope you like the show. Like, subscribe, do your thing. Come back. We're going on live. I'm going to post early tomorrow to give a time of what time we're going on live. Go for it. Peace.